Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone who are well. And salutation and much love to the Akim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Ash from Great Millstone, Tampa, back with another lesson. Lord's will is edifying and exhorting unto the hopeful elect. And I just want to do a quick video on, Jacob's trouble. The Lord's about to turn it up. All right, we're about to be neck deep, full-fledged in Jacob's trouble. You see the beginning, the contractions of it as we speak with ICE and there's different agencies rounding up the Northern Kingdom. Now we got the National Guard troops Trump sending to the Southern Kingdom. So these things are turning up, man. All right, the Lord is gearing up, getting ready to bring judgments on our people. All right, for the rebelliousness, the wickedness of the majority of our people, the 2/3, they're about to catch them fiery trial, so to say. They're about to be thrown into the furnace of adversity the hard way, because we've been going through it, suffering with the Lord so that we can be glorified with him. But now they're gonna have to meet their perils. All right, the sword, famine, teeth of wild beasts, all these things are for the wicked. All right, and like Amos 9 and 10, all the sinners of my people shall be killed. All right, the Lord's not playing. You didn't want to take heed, all right, to his messengers, which were giving you warning from him. Then you're gonna have to learn know it through death by pain. All right, so we just seen the beginning of it, and it's by overnight this thing could get real nasty. Okay, when this false flag black swan event comes, and you Latinos and Negroes are the face of the new terrorist. All right, because that's what they're looks like they're moving towards with this whole Venezuela thing. Just blame you spics, and you Negroes you've been a problem. That's what Trump talking about when he's saying they gonna know what the Department of War is all about. When he's talking about crime, he's talking about you niggas, and now you spics as well. You getting lumped up together as you should. All right, because like Judah and Israel were oppressed together in the land of their captivity, which is here. The long time you Latinos didn't want to be associated with Negroes. Well, now look at you. You're both on the same boat, and you Negroes as well. All right, when ICE started grabbing up Latinos, y'all didn't want nothing to do with it. Well, now look, all of y'all are getting cornholed, all right, by your sweet old government that you love. Because they've been feeding you, right, with the welfare and the food stamps. Both of y'all, Negroes and Latinos. Y'all thought Uncle Sam loved y'all. And now you're the face of crime. You're the problem. You're the reason why America's shithole. Not the devil. Not the school Edomite shooters. The pill-popping trailer trash Joes. It's you. You're the problem. And rightfully so. This is all prophecy. All right. Because now the devil knowing he has but a short time, so he's coming down with great wrath. And again, this is just the beginning of it. You're just starting to see the tip of the little horns, but soon you're gonna see the devil for who he is. All right, he's about to take his mask off. Salakia. He about to take the mask off and show you who he truly is. He don't care anymore. What are you gonna do about it? So what if everyone's a conspiracy theorist now and everybody knows who the Illuminati is? He don't give a shit. What are you gonna do about it? He has the military might. All right, like who was it? Was it George Soros? He said a soldier is just a good dog or a dumb dog, something like that. These soldiers are nothing but pawns on the board. They do as they're told. All right, and who has the monopoly and control of that? The elites, the global elites, the ones that rule the world banking systems. So, hey, even these low-level Edomites, farmers, I seen them some videos yesterday of them crying out because they broke. They have no, it was specifically soybean farmers down south here. They ain't got, usually they say by now they have like 25 to 30% of their product or their stocks pre-sold to China. And he said they were at 0%. You driving out here near these fields with their strawberries, watermelon, blueberries. It's just fields of rotten food. Nobody left to pick. Nobody's here. This Latino's scared to show up to work. They might get deported. Even if they're legal, they're still scared. They still grabbing up. So nobody's showing up to these. Nobody's cutting grass like they're supposed to be, like they used to. Nobody's picking the fruits and the vegetables. So all of this food is going to waste. All right. The farmers are struggling because they have no laborers, or 50% of their labor is gone. And now the product that they sold to China and other places, it's not, the orders ain't coming in. So a famine is coming, which is part of Jacob's trouble. Okay. And what happens in famine, people lose their shit. So not only is people going to be struggling to eat, there's going to be troops and different agencies rolling around through these cities, major cities chiefly, which is just so happens to be where the prophets of the Lord are, right? And it's going to be all out chaos. So like I said at the beginning, you're about to be not us, but we're going to be, there, of course. The hour of temptation's coming. We got to have to partake in all that or go through it. But these things are for the wicked. Scriptures say, it shall not come nigh unto thee. 1,000 on one side, 10,000 on the other side dying. See, the Lord's about to bless those that bless him. All right. Those that praise him, he's about to protect them. Those that fear the Lord are going to have a hedge of protection. And yes, of course, there will be some that are killed for worshiping Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and refusing to take the mark. But the Lord ain't just going to kill an outstanding, overwhelming number of the elect. It's time for the Lord to show you who he deals with. Then should he know who mine elect are. All right. You're going to see the power of the Lord. The Lord not just going to allow all his servants to be put to death again. They've already been killed again and again and again. Now it's time for the Lord to have his name praised. Okay, so these things are coming for the wicked, as the scriptures say. And that's the mindset we're in. That's our hope. That's where our faith lies in. Again, some will be beheaded and be examples. And hey, again, if you were put to death, you'll be one of the first risen. And if the Lord has you go out that way, let's say, then it's probably for those that witness it to believe. See that you're so faithful that you're willing to die, and then the people that see it believe on the names of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So it's a win overall anyway. And we're not afraid of death, because we know that the Lord, you're not even going. The Lord will put the Spirit on you not to even feel any pain. That's in the scriptures in the book of 2 Maccabees chapter 7. So that's not an issue. Okay, if you have faith, that's not an issue. Again, these things that are coming, the suffering and the pain, the trials and the tribulations, that's truly for the wicked, okay? Because we've been going through our furnace of adversity. We've been going through our trials and tribulation, suffering with the Lord. Now it's time for you losers to suffer. You thought you was living it up in America because you had a couple FRNs in your pocket. You had just enough to go out that weekend and party it up. You had a fancy car and a bitch with a BBL. You think you had it made. Well, now it ain't looking too good with the economy, with the wars, the different disasters, earthquakes, extreme weather events around the world, the uproars of the people. It's getting worse and worse worldwide. And the Lord been saving the best for last. See, just because you're still able to drive around, go to your job, call DoorDash, chill in the AC, scrolling through Instagram, that's coming to an end. All that comfort, all that pleasure and leisure, That's over with. And everybody's complaining. Hey, but you should have been signing crying with us. We were signing crying for all the abominations. All right, we were complaining about not what we have to go through. We know we have to go through it. We're complaining about the filthy abominations in the midst thereof. All right, the detestable acts that we see every day, the filth. All right, the nastiness of our people and the rest of these heathens. That's what we're signing crying about. These people want to sign cry about losing this job. Nobody, they ain't got money for bills. Oh, boo fucking who? Figure it out. You didn't want to listen to the Lord to get the answers. Why don't you? Well, figure it out now. That's why the Lord not going to spare nor have pity on these people. You didn't want to take heed to the word. That was the answer that you needed, so you could be comforted in these times and be stable, right? Knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy times. You didn't want to take the word of the Lord. Now figure it out. Says you know so much. Figure it out. Because everybody now is a conspiracy theorist, and they're breaking this down. They're trying to break that down. They're trying to link it to the scriptures because they already seen us. Everybody's breaking news this and break. Shut up. What are you going to do when the shit hits the fans? The question. Who you going to trust in? Your doomsday bug out kit? Well, a lot of you are going to trust in Egypt and go down to Egypt for help and be destroyed. Receive a mark and ultimately be destroyed. So yeah, man, we at the pinnacle of full-fledged Jacob's trouble, full-fledged World War III, which is already begun according to some colonels, high-level military officials. All right, where we've entered the beginning stages of this for World War III for a minute now. As soon as it's going to be full-fledged, very soon the mark of the beast is going to come. That's why all the pieces on the puzzle are set up to where they are. So these things are going to move quick when that chip is implemented. When the hour of temptation comes, everything else is already set in place. All right, so things are moving quick. The Lord is shortening the days for his elect's sake. And the Lord has to come deliver somebody. That's why it says everybody ain't going to die, man. Okay? The Lord's about to deliver his elect. He promised that from the four winds of the earth. And the ones that are asleep in him are asleep and died for Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, they'll be risen first. All right, so hey, stay prayed up. Continue to endure. Pray that the Lord gives you the strength to make it to the end. Because the things are about to get real nasty out here. Life and death. Everywhere you go, there's going to be death. And the only way to life is through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So with that, Lord's will, this was edifying and exhorting to the hopeful elect. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Ruach. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who rule well. Salutation and much love to the elect of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.